Okay, so welcome to our end of the month Yoga Fit class. We'll have a gentle flow tonight and finishing with a lot of core and then very gentle moves. If you'd like, you can come to the top of your mat. You want to just take a few moments, have your feet about hip width apart, shoulders back and down. We'll find a nice big inhale up, moving into an up yoga salute, and exhale mountain. That's where we normally go in ours. So we're going to inhale up yoga salute and exhale to mountain. You're used to the 615. Now let's do a big inhale up, shoulder roll back. And one more, inhale back. And now pushing your elbows back, round those shoulders forward, exhale. You just decide how much tension you need to release tonight. And now as your palms are facing out in mountain, close your eyes for a moment. And when you bring your hands up, inhale up to the upward salute, press your palms together, exhale back into the heart center. Inhale, reaching back up to the upward salute. Exhale, rest in mountain. You want to feel something in every movement. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, rest in heart center. Inhale, reaching up, elongating from the spine and resting back in mountain. One more nice big breath up as we inhale. Exhale, rest in heart center. And inhaling up, resting in mountain. Allow your chin to move closer towards your chest without resting. Bring your head into neutral and gently float the gaze over to your right. And exhale, moving gently to your left. Inhale right. And exhale left. When you bring your gaze back to the center and sweep the arms up, connect your fingertips together, intertwine them, pressing the palms to the ceiling. Getting oxygen into our wrist. You can draw those arms forward with the palms pressing out, just like that. If you have shoulder issues, you can shorten your levers by drawing the arms in. Extend that left arm out. Release that right hand behind the body, palm facing out, right at the base of your spine. Inhale, bring that right arm back around. Exhale, release that left arm behind the back. Now, as you bring both hands together and draw them into heart center, soften your knees and rotate as far as you can to your right. Keeping your feet firmly planted on the mat. And now release your right hand to the base of your spine again, but extend the left arm straight up and stretch. Inhale, bring that left hand down, bring the right hand back around, back into heart center. Exhale, rotating to your left, go as far as you can. Allow your left hand to rest at the base of your spine, palm out. As you exhale, extend the right arm up. This is deep twist, guys, so be careful. Bring that right arm down and bring the left hand back into heart center. Closing your eyes for a moment or choosing soft eye gaze. You want to create an intention for your practice. Many of us use the same intention from day to day. And I often do that as well. As many of you know, my intention is always to be more kind and loving to those that I love. you can choose your own, it allows you to have something to focus on so that you can remain in the moment, focusing on your breath, not competing with anyone or any version of yourself. Let's extend the arms all the way up to the yoga salute. Softening the knees now, hinging from your hips. Move to forward fold. Fist, wrist, or block. So your hands should be able to connect on the outside of your feet. Fist, wrist, or block, whether you're using the floor or not. We're going to stay there for 2 breaths. And if you are on the blocks, when we transition to moving into sun salutations, you may want to go to the floor. Stepping back with your right foot, rest onto your right knee, and stepping back with your left foot. Go ahead and inhale, bring your body weight forward, exhale down. Elbows in close, inhale your chest halfway up. Fingertips open wide, exhale, moving into child's pose. Inhale, tucking your toes underneath. Exhale, resting in downward dog. Gently pedaling with your legs, warming the Achilles, preventing injury, very important. There's no wrong yoga, it's only unsafe yoga. When you're ready, softening your knees, engage your core, floating your right leg into the air. Bend the right knee gently. Place your right foot beside your right hand. Step up with your left foot. Inhale up to the yoga salute. Exhale, rest in heart center. And gently twisting to your right. That'll be the foundation of the sequence, guys, so I want you to just feel it. Inhale back to center. Exhale, reaching up, upward salute. Big swan dive back to forward fold. Stepping back, left foot, big step. Resting onto your knee, followed by your right leg. Inhale forward, exhale down. Inhale halfway up. Elbows in. Exhale, resting in child's pose. Inhale, tucking your toes underneath. Exhale, resting downward dog. Continue to pedal gently, warming the backs of the thighs. Inhale, lifting that left leg up. Bend the left knee gently, float that foot beside your left hand. Pause, make sure you're steady, then step upright. Inhale to the upward salute again. Beautiful. Exhale, resting heart center, moving to that twist on the left side. Everything will be built from that, guys, so you'll be fine. Inhale back to center. Exhale, reach up and rest in mountain, closing your eyes for a moment. So just take a few moments, gather your breath, focus on the inhale, exhale. That foundational sun salutation, you can go back to that level wherever we are. Wherever we are. There's no competition. You're not keeping up with anyone. So let's take the inhale up, upward salute, stretching out the abs. Exhale, just lower your right hand, reach up with the left, reach down with your right. Stretch the obliques on that left side. You may even take your gaze up. Inhale, bringing that right arm up. Exhale, reaching down left, stretch, reach. Every pose serves a purpose. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, swan diving back down to the forward fold. This time, stepping back with the right leg. If you need the knee, you take it. Otherwise, now step back with your left into plank. Plank builds strength, come down halfway, then your knees come down off of your toes, your chest comes down. All the way down this time, extending the arms. Pelvis is down, forearms are down, palms are down. Taking that nice deep inhale as you exhale, raising that left thigh and right arm. That thigh should leave the mat, the hip should be off of the mat. Fingertips are reaching. You inhale and exhale here, you don't hold your breath. And then slowly release it down. Finding that next 2 breaths, focus on pelvis down, lifting your right thigh and left arm, reach. Inhaling and exhaling right here. When you're ready, resting that arm down and thigh down. When you bring your hands beneath your shoulders, tuck the elbows in, hug the sides of your body, lift your chest halfway up. Exhale, resting into the child's pose. I'm giving you guys child's pose tonight because it's the end of the month. That's my gentle. Tucking your toes underneath, lifting your hips to the downward facing dog. Be mindful of the change in the sequence. So just feel your body, bring that right leg into the air. Bend that right knee, float your right foot beside your right hand. Pause. Inhale your breath, exhale, come up. We've been working on that lunge, guys. Nice. Shoulders stacked over your hips. So if you're leaning forward, shift that weight back. Open the arms up, draw them down, inhaling down into that lower lunge. You should feel the stretch in the front of your left thigh. Exhale back up. Just breathe. If you're not steady, drop your left foot. Focus, hinge from your hips, surround your right foot with both hands and step up left. Inhale all the way up. Foundation, exhale back to heart center, rotating to your right. That first step is so important. It sets the stage whether you're going to balance in that lunge or not. Inhale back to the center and exhale, reach up. Stretch it out, draw that right arm down, stretching up, looking to the left. Inhale up. Exhale down, heart center, doing one set each time. Rotating to our left. This is our check-in pose. Your back should be getting warmer every time. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, reach up. Lower that left arm. Did I just go to Hawaii? I'm feeling weird. It's like, what just happened?
I need a mimosa.
Yes. You guys at home, I don't know what you're hearing, but all of a sudden, my new playlist went to Hawaii. Interesting, and now I hear waves. Okay. Inhale. You're in that upward salute. Andrea should never not play her entire playlist before she gets here. Swan dive down into the forward fold. We know we're on that left leg. You can step back left, take the knee if you need to, otherwise step back right into plank. Nice. This is your strength, guys. This is your strength. Ease down gently, knees come down off of toes, chest all the way down. And extend the arms. Take a few moments and breathe, and I'll go through the lifts. What I typically do in a gentle, you may not notice me adding gentle, but bring that left leg up and the right arm. In order to encourage gentle for this end of month class, if I add a big move like a power lunge, I do not add the full chaturanga. And exhale down. I also add this break in between sun salutations. Raising the right thigh up and left arm. So if you're used to practicing with me in person or at home at 6:15, you're thinking this is a nice break because we have the power lunges and it's gentle. And lower that hand down. Take a moment, bring your hands under your shoulders. Hug your body with those elbows, lift your chest halfway up. Exhale, rest in child's pose. Another indicator that we're gentle. In our fit class, we would not have rested in child's pose 4 times already. Your lunge is coming. Focus on your breath. Bringing your hands down, tucking your toes under, lifting your hips into the air. Rest in the downward dog. You need your rest here. And now bring your left leg into the air. Create balance and stability here. See what is that right foot going to do. Bend that left knee. Bring your left foot beside your left hand. Now pause. Inhale your core. Exhale, push yourself up. You can do it. And once you get there, make sure those shoulders are over your hips. Thank you, ma'am. Now you could stay right here, or you can exhale, come down, stretch the front of that right thigh. Inhale up. Surround that left foot, hinge from your hip. Step forward right. Inhaling up. This is our last one. Exhale, resting in heart center. Starting with our rotations to the left this time. Easier to remember, left and left. Take a mental note of how much deeper you are in your twist now. Most of us are almost looking behind us. And let's go ahead and just exhale, center. Inhale, rotating to our right. Big difference when that back and that spine warms up, isn't it? Taking that second breath and exhaling back to the center. Reaching up with both arms, here's our salute. Just focus on your heart rate. Sun salutations warm the body, but we want the heart rate back to normal now. And let's gently reach down, fingertips dangling right at the toes. When you draw your hands into the halfway up, you don't have to rest on your shin. That's to protect your back. You could just come halfway up and lift the chest out. Feel your hamstrings here. And now exhale back into your forward fold. With your right knee coming back, this time we are going to rest on the right knee. Come off of your toe and inhale all the way up. You want to focus on your knee being beneath your hip. I know people say, what does that mean when I see this? So wherever you are, if you're doing this, bring that knee back in. Good. Exhale, resting in that heart center. Inhale, twisting again to that left side. Go as deep as you can. Our twist should be deep enough that we can rest the outside of that right arm on the outside of that left leg. And your hands are facing forward, elbow in the air. Make it what you can, guys. Make it what you can. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, press the arms up. Just focus on what is comfortable for you. Shift the weight slightly forward onto that left hip, pushing the pelvis forward, drawing the arms back. Inhale to the neutral spine. Exhale, reach down. You should have a block on the inside and outside of the foot. Now, what I want you to do is just you can either have your wrist resting or your fist resting. I'm using this for this pose that I like, that everybody's knees don't like, or hips. So you can be on fist or wrist, because I'm going to use the height to comfortably shift the weight back. You don't have to sit on your right hip, just stretching out that left leg. I'm going to inhale, bring it forward. Show it another way. If you need a lot of height, this gives you more height again, and you can exhale, come back. It's just about straightening the left leg. It's not important that you sit on that right hip. And inhale forward. What about how you're doing, Mary?
Better.
With
it higher.
So having that higher, can you straighten your leg out? That's it. So the height should help. Does the height help, Joni?
I'm not doing it high.
Okay. So are you able, when we go back, are you able to stretch that leg out? Okay, great, great. We're getting ready to hold this one, guys, for 2 breaths. If you start high and you didn't really need the high, you can be right here for your 2 breaths. And then I actually use my blocks to pull myself back. Nice. Now, you may need 1, you may need 2. We're going to have that left hand come into the inside of your left foot. This is wrist. It can be fist. You could be up here. What do you need? Follow me and this will feel good. Take your right hand, put it on your shoulder. Keep it on your shoulder until you twist your body and look to your right. Take your right hand behind you like you're rotating through the shoulder and draw it up with the palm facing out. If you follow the normal range of motion of your shoulder, that should be easier and more comfortable. Push back against that left knee, you'll feel your back. You'll feel your left hip. And now bring that right hand down. It goes into the inside, and we're going to do the other side. Left hand to your shoulder. Bring that left arm back and twist to the left. If that block is too low, go higher. Inhale, lower that left hand down. You can push through the block and push your left foot back. Now, bring your blocks forward about your shoulder width. You're going to draw your body down. The blocks will rest very close to the shoulders. If you wear glasses here, sometimes you may want to take them off. You can be forehead down, you can be cheek or cheek. This is an opener for the shoulder. We're going to get a little bit deeper, but this is where we start. 3 breaths right here. With each exhale, you're pushing your body down more. And now if you would like a little more sensation, you just reach in and grab the blocks, and I'm going to let you spread as wide as you can. This is where I ultimately like to finish up, right here. It's the very same pose that we as trainers encourage you to use in the doorway. Push your body through the doorway, put your arms on the outside of the door. Beautiful stretch for the back. Do what's comfortable for you in this pose. Make sure you're resting on the tops of your feet. Don't have your toes down. They will cramp because it's 3 breaths. And now when you're ready, just go ahead and bring your right hand under the shoulder and the left. Just lift your body up. Take your body into a little rest in child's pose, just to transition. Bring the toes under again. Lifting up, this is our next to last downward dog. Not the last one, we got one more. This time you're gonna soften your knees and just walk all the way up towards your hands. If you can't walk to your hands, walk your hands back to your toes. You wanna keep the knees soft and have your fingers hanging down. If you've gotten really loose and you feel like the floor should open beneath you, take the tops of your hands and rest them in front of your feet. Inhale, bringing it all the way up this time. Just exhale, reach up. Last twisting sequence, exhale, moving into the forward fold. Allowing the left leg to come back this time, resting onto the left knee. Make sure your blocks aren't too far away. Apparently that would be for me. We're gonna inhale up. Exhale, rest in heart center. Same sequence, guys. Rotate to your right. Be mindful of balance. This is still a balanced pose. Exhaling back into your center. In order for me to balance here, my drishti gaze takes me right to my index finger, so you'll see me doing that to make sure I'm balanced before I shift up and draw the hips forward. Inhale back to neutral, and we're going to exhale down. So we have one block on the inside and one on the out. We will start first with taking the right hand, resting it inside of the right foot, the left hand onto our left shoulder. Create that twist to your left first. Then the arm goes through its normal range. I reach back and up. Trying to open that chest. You can push against that right thigh if that's comfortable. And exhale, bring that left hand down. Take the right hand to the shoulder. Turning to your right, sweep that arm back and up. When we do a class that's focused on lots of twisting, we say we're wringing out stress and anxiety. And bring that right hand down. Now remember, you can have the blocks as high as you need them so that you shift back and are able to straighten that right leg. Think about yourself as a very wet dishcloth. Squeeze and wring out all that anxiety, all of that stress. Inhale, bend that knee one more time. Give that right hip a rest. We're going to do it one more time. You can bring your blocks as high as you like. Exhale, resting back. You don't have to sit on that left hip, just stretch out that right hamstring. And inhale and exhale. Go ahead and bring that right back. This time I want you to keep your hands on the blocks. It'll take you a little bit higher than neutral, so your arms are a little bit higher than your hips. And we'll go through cat and cow here. It feels completely different, trust me. So drop the stomach, lift the chest, inhale cow. And really exhale cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more breaths. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 1 more breath. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Bringing your body into neutral. Take your hands off the blocks to make it safe. Tuck the toes under, last downward dog, lifting your hips up. Walk yourself slowly upward, the left foot leads. Get as close to your hands as you can, and then bring your hands to your toes. Let all of that energy just kind of fade away. Grabbing onto the elbows, hanging out like a rag doll. Inhale, release, come all the way up. Exhale, resting in heart center. This time, the weight on the right hip. We're going to bring that left knee up gently. And open the hip and allow your foot to rest wherever you are comfortable. You can even put that toe on the floor if you'd like, or even come up high. Take your time, you can open the branches of your tree. If there's wind in your forest, just sway with it. Draw the palms in, rest in heart center. The knee comes forward and down, and the arms open. Take a little breath. We're moving to the left hip. Inhale up. Exhale, rest. Allow that right foot to just float right above the floor and then in front. And then the opening of the hip, you can rest down, here, or here. Hello, hip. This is why we do yoga. And extend up. It's why we are here. We got the x-rays to prove it. Breathe, breathe. Sometimes I'll just stay here to give everybody a chance. Press your palms together. The knee comes forward. We exhale down. Release your arms out. Close your eyes. Just bring yourself back to your intention, because I know we're kind of wandering around in our mind now. Allow the palms to face forward. Inhale, touching the shoulders, moving into our shoulder release. Exhale, squeezing forearms and elbows together. Inhale the breath, exhale back out and release down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Hinging from your hips, soften your knees, going into our monkey or gorilla pose, depending on what practice. So lifting your right foot gently, placing your right hand under the ball of your foot. Your knees are bent, slightly bent. Lifting your left foot up, resting your left hand there. And when you exhale, that is when you straighten the legs. Gently raise your right foot, release your right hand beside. Lift your left foot, release the left hand beside. Stepping back with both, resting onto your knees. Walk your knees all the way back and bring your forearms downward. Palms are down, moving into our Sphinx pose. The pelvis is down, our feet are closer together. If we'd like a little bit of a deeper stretch in our back, you're going to lift your chest up as high as you can. Gently move the eye gaze to the left. And exhale the eye gaze to the right. Inhale left. And exhale right. Bring that gaze back into the center. Go ahead and put your hands under your shoulders. I want you to cross your feet at the ankles as well as you push yourself up. We're going to push our bodies all the way back until we are seated. Oh, good, I got some extra mat there. Once you are in your seated position, you can be in cross-legged for just a minute. We're going to do that last binding twist, and then we'll go into our boat pose. So for the last binding twist, we've done it a lot of times. We're going to inhale up, it's that seated eagle. Exhale to your right, lower the right hand behind you and left hand to the side of your thigh. When you hold that thigh, you should be trying to lift your chest up, your shoulders. And now bring the right arm up, gaze forward, hold the opposite side of the thigh. You should have them connected right at the elbow. Release them gently. Bind the arms, hold in the hands, use the shoulders, and exhale up as high as you can. This is a core pose as well. Inhale down. Exhale, release and up. Twisting gently to that left side, lower both hands down, one behind your back, one to the side of your thigh. You can do that in seated step. Yeah, that's fine. Inhale, bring that left arm up. Exhale, twisting to our front and cross. Releasing gently and create that connection. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale, release up and around. And you may rest. Bringing your feet in front of you with your legs bent. Feel free to just relax, bring your hands underneath your hamstrings. Figure out where you're sitting. I just heard my sit bone. There it is, right there, boom, boom. So you want to be on your sit bones, not on any of your excess love, just get on your sit bones. Walk your feet in as close as you can without leaning back. So try not to walk them in and lean back. Sitting up nice and tall. This is yoga, not Pilates. Good. Allow yourself a big inhale. And an exhale with the left foot just coming up. Extend that left leg and left arm up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it in. And let that side rest. Go ahead and bring that right foot off of the mat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And bring it in. Go ahead and let the soles of your feet rest towards each other. You don't want to push them in, that's bad for your knees. You really want to open them. If you had a block there, if you ever wanted to try this feels, it's a deep pose, it's very deep. Feels different, doesn't it? So when you place that block there, you get deeper into your adductors and abductors. And now just breathe for a moment. I want everyone to go ahead and now join Katrinka and I. Bring the block between your feet if you can. Because what we're going to ask you to do is to, the strongest part of your foot is your big toe, holding onto the big toe and pull your chest forward. Try to get your arms in the inside. You should really feel your hips now. This is as deep as you will ever get into your adductors. Release the toes, bring the arms out. Be careful that you don't cramp later. Go ahead and bring your feet in front. Your hands by your hips because you're going onto your back. So with all of that twisting, we know we owe our back a really good stretch, really good stretch. So bring your beautiful little hips closer to your right hand. If you need to protect your back, you can put a block between your knees. Block on the floor, protect your back. Block between your knees, protect your hip. You're going to rotate your knees to the left. If you don't need either one of them, just bring those knees toward that floor on the left. Keep your right shoulder blade down. This will be 5 breaths on this side and then we'll move. Let's gently bring your knees to the center. Let your hips slide over towards your left hand. Press your left shoulder down and let your knees go over to your right. And we'll be here for the last 5 breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Now go ahead and bring your knees to the center. Bring both knees into your chest. Place your hands behind your hamstrings. Press down and pull up. Getting deep into your hips. You can gently release your right leg along the length of the mat, stretching out that left hip as much as you need, pressing down, pulling up. release that left leg. Go ahead and bring that right knee in close to your body. Rest behind the hamstrings, pressing down, pulling up. Our last pose of movement for tonight. Releasing that leg when you're ready and extending the arms above your head, giving your body one last final big stretch. And then floating the arms around closer to the sides of your body. If you're someone who brings your yoga blanket or your yoga jacket in, feel free to rest that upon your feet or your arms, keeping the warmth in. Relaxing the muscles of your jaw and just letting your tongue roll into the back of your mouth. Relaxing the muscles of the neck, releasing any remaining tension you may have brought into the space with you. Relaxing the shoulders back and down, melting into the mat beneath you. Letting all the muscles in our abdominals relax. There's no more rolling up, there's no more control or support. We can truly let it all hang out. Thanking your legs for supporting you from the beginning to the end. And telling them it's okay to now just relax. Our ankles and our feet that have played such an integral part in movement. Telling them it's okay now, you can just relax. Taking one more deep breath in. Your mind coming back to your intention if you need that to center your spirit. Pulling on the calm of the moment and making a mental note of how you arrived at this place so that you can repeat this moment, duplicate this time whenever you are more stressed or anxious or challenged. Whatever is happening that the moment does not feel like this one, reach back and grab your own meditation from this moment. When you're ready, you can just extend that left arm up above your head and let it rest on the mat. And bend your right leg and push yourself gently onto your left side. And once you're on that left side, then gently go ahead and come to seated whenever you're ready. So just pushing that weight up. You may be seated in staff if that's comfortable. Those of you who are practicing lotus, full lotus or half lotus, or just cross-legged is fine. If you are inclined, feel free to bring your hands into heart center. I call it prayer pose. You can call it whatever you like. So as we move from this place to the next, we all arrive differently. We all shall leave differently with the same experience to carry. The light that shines within me honors the light that shines within you. Do not let the darkness and the heaviness of the world take away from that light. Go in peace until we meet again. Carry all that you need and discard the rest. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, ladies. And thank you guys at home. Great job, guys. Great job on the double classes. Thank you guys at home. I look forward to seeing you next month.